Hey, what is up guys? Matt here from the Toasty Bros, and I'm here to bring you another PC build. This time we're going to be doing a $850 gaming PC featuring the Ryzen 5 1500X and the GTX 1070. How well does it perform? Well, let's get right into that. Alright guys, so this PC is being built for a good friend and soon to be comeback YouTuber Luke, or as I like to call Watermelon Movies. Be sure to go check out his superb quality content down below. But what I was tasked to do for him was build him an awesome gaming PC for his gaming content on his channel, along with having the horsepower to be able to do some light video editing and other video tasks while not breaking the bank. Of course, I went with Ryzen for this system, specifically the 1500X for its best price performance. While I could have spent a little bit more and gone with the 1600X, the 1500X does great for his purpose with 4 cores and 8 threads and pretty much the ability to handle any game you want. While the 1500X is the center of this build, we can't forget the rest of the components. Keep in mind that pricing is subject to change, so if you want to know the specific pricing at the time of you watching this video, be sure to check the link down below. The motherboard that we went with was the Asus Prime B350M-A Micro ATX motherboard. The B350 chipset works great for this build while providing all the overclock ability and features of X370, but cutting back on the cost. What I really liked about this motherboard in particular was its Micro ATX form factor and the fact that it has 4 RAM DIMM slots, making it easy for Luke to upgrade and add more RAM if he chooses to do so. As for that RAM, we went with 8GB of Crucial Ballistics DDR4 RAM clocked at 2400 MHz. I managed to be able to get the RAM speed all the way up to 2800 MHz, making it near fast enough to handle Ryzen and its RAM speed dependencies. While 8GB is close to being on its way out, and specifically for video editing tasks, he may need to upgrade more, but we had to make some sacrifices to fit the beefy GPU that he wanted for this build, and in the long run, I really think that'll be the best choice for him, and the horrible RAM prices really do make it harder to make a good PC with great price performance. Now as for that beefy GPU, I picked up the Zotac GTX 1070 Mini. The Mini was the cheapest 1070 I could find for the price while searching around at the time of putting this PC together. It also would be working great for our Micro ATX case form factor, which you will hear about later in this video. The GTX 1050 allows Luke to play in pretty much any game at 1080p and even 1440p or light 4K if he does want to go the route of lowering settings, setting him up to play whatever he really wants. The power supply has to be the least glamorous part of this build, that is the EVGA 600B 600-watt power supply. It was cheap and got the job done, plain and simple, along with being created by a great brand like EVGA. Lastly, I picked him up a 1TB WD Blue hard drive for mass storage. He already has a 240GB OCZ SSD lying around from another build that we did for him, so I decided to save him money there and just get him the 1TB hard drive and have him add that SSD once I get the machine to him. Now for the case. I actually decided to give this to him as a gift, well specifically a gift from Cooler Master. They sent us over their Masterbox Lite 3.1, a Micro ATX case with a massive side panel window that really doesn't break the bank. While the case itself is definitely not the easiest thing to build in and or cable manage if you have a non-modular power supply like we did, it does have a very sleek small form factor look and will allow him to travel to all his, hentai parties and whatnot that he wants to go to with a small form factor case. Now that we have all the parts laid out and put together, how about we just run those benchmarks, shall we? Alright guys, so now that the benchmarks are done, I can say without a doubt that this PC will be able to handle all the things Luke wants to do and create all the content in any ways he wants to do without any hiccups at all. But before I end this video, I want to definitely thank Cooler Master for providing the case for this video, along with Luke for actually buying all the parts and trusting me to build it for him by sending all the parts to me. Which, let's be honest, is going to be kind of hard for me to part ways with that GTX 1070 with my measly RX 480 over here. But anyways, that about wraps things up here, guys. If you liked the video, leave a like down below and comment what you think. If you haven't already, follow us on Twitter and join our Discord community for more content from the Toasty Bros. I hope to see you on the next one, guys. Peace out.